Hello, hello, hello.
John, what's going on today, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well.
Good, brother.
Working on the tools, working on all the tools.
All right. Hey, everybody that's just joining right now. This is the call that we do weekly on Thursday, brought to you by BatchLeads. What's going on? I
Patch,
forgot my hat today, man. So, guys, what
Patch,
we do?
Cinema Polo. Come on, Patch.
Yeah, I need a batch polo. All right. So, but anyway, this call is brought to you by Batch Leads. And why in the world would you watch this call and waste your time? You got deals to make, right? Well, what we're gonna do right now is show you how we get deals, how we go through our acquisitions process, and we have a little bit of a treat today. We got George over here, in my corner over here. What's up? So he's
George.
on to the team, and I'm training him as acquisitions rep, and I'm showing him how we make calls. And I'm doing that live and showing him. But I'm going to do it for you guys, so you guys can see how our process goes. Okay, so I'm almost going to onboard and train you guys at the same time and call sellers, because that's what these calls are for, is to call sellers live, get them on the phone, and show you how we go through our process. And obviously what we want to do is lock up those sellers on the phone if we can, but like I said, sometimes they're not in that position to accept an offer. It just depends. Everybody's in a different place, so you got to get them in the right position to sign a contract and get it going. So I'm gonna talk to you guys, the audience, talk to Sean and George, and answer questions of how we get started in acquisitions. All right. So I'm going to share my screen.
Beautiful.
Any questions, Sean? Maybe did I leave anything out of what we're going to
No, yeah, I mean, Batch is a great resource for obviously dialing, pulling data, and we talk about it a lot. But if you don't have good data, you can't get a good deal. So
No data, no deals.
no data, no deal. So let's see Nate pull some data and get her done.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, right? Is we're calling people, and what I do is I comp the deal live on the call or while I'm on the phone with the seller, because I don't like to comp it, call them, they don't answer. I do it with them on the phone, and I ask the right questions. We have a leads manager who sets up appointments for me and tasks, and I've asked him to set up some times. His name's Ricky. He's the man. I asked him to set up some times during this hour so we can make some calls and see if we can get some sellers on. We'll see if we can. If we can't, sorry guys, but at least we're trying to show you how we do it. So I'm going to CRM. Let's see, meeting for Nathan with Vince.
And those are the woes of the business, right? You set appointments, you call. Sometimes they're not there.
Let's see if Vince and Reese. So I'm going to read the notes and just make sure I understand. I missed the call. Said okay for Thursday call. Add a task. Okay, this person said house with 2 townhomes, duplex. House with 2 townhomes / duplex, 2-1 each, all rentals, owned 25 years, divorce, wife got it and sold it back to him, owes $60K, asking $160. Townhome rents 400 per month. That's super low for rent. Or $450. House $650, all bundles living there. Under market rent. That's very under market rent. I don't care where you are in the United States.
Yes.
Needs to give tenants a month or so notice. In no hurry. Okay, well that's not good, but we'll call it. So let's call it. Let's see. So Vincent Reese. Let's get a hold of him. Okay, so while it's dialing, let's see.
What are you doing?
I am, getting batch and my comps ready. Okay.
Good afternoon, Vince.
Hey, Vincent, how you doing?
Good.
Okay. Hey, Vincent. My name's Nathan, and I'm calling you because we got your information. I think one of our callers called you about your property in Columbia, South Carolina. Do you remember that?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I caught you at a bad time, but do you have like maybe a couple minutes to chat right now about the property?
Yeah, it was good time. Yeah, it was
Oh,
good time.
it's a good time. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So yeah, we called you about it, and it seems like it's a rental for you.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about selling that one. It's got a house on it and a duplex, a townhouse duplex in the back of the house.
That's an interesting piece of property. So you're telling me it has a house and a townhouse in the back, like 2 separate properties?
That's right.
Wow.
Well, it's just on one property though.
Yeah, that's interesting. I meant,
It was grandfathered in. I bought it, years ago, and yeah, it was grandfathered in when I bought it.
Okay. And
I don't know. I paid for it one time, and then I bought it back from my wife when we divorced.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, so I'm paying for it again.
Yeah, and it looks like when you did buy it I use a service called BatchLeads, which helps me analyze deals. It
Right.
looks like when you have you heard of them?
Right.
You've heard of BatchLeads?
Yeah, I'm familiar with all that. Yeah,
Oh.
you can look up about any public information you want.
Dang, man,
These
that's
days,
awesome.
I mean,
I didn't know you'd know
I'm
about
sure you
BatchLeads.
got.
That's sweet.
I'm sure you got access to exactly what I paid for it when I bought it. You know.
You are exactly right. Yeah, and that's why I was going to ask you. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty savvy with this stuff. Are you like an investor that like uses this service, or
No, I have not used the service. No.
Okay. Well, if you need it, I can hook you up with a good discount. All right. But
Yeah. All right.
but anyway, so I'm looking at the property, and we do run into properties like this that are a little, they're different, right? Like it's not so cut and dry
Yeah.
where I can comp this and just be like, okay, this is exactly, what the property's worth, because there's other properties in the area that aren't split up like this. So let me ask you this: the house is 1,000 square feet in the front, right? How big is the townhouse in the back?
I think they're 900, 880 or 900 square feet.
Okay, and you're saying that the front house, the front piece of property, needs a new roof. What about the back one, the townhouse?
No, I put a new roof on that.
Needs a roof.
It had a flat roof on it, old rubber roof on it, and I had a guy come in and he put shingle, with a gable on it.
Okay. Well,
on top of that flat roof.
What else? I know that they've taken my. I know Ricky and the caller that called you. They took some notes on the condition of the house, but would you say it's like in medium, decent, like needs like in need of a ton of repairs? Like what do you think on that? Like how much work it needs?
Well, I mean, I got some long-term tenants in there.
Mm-hmm.
James has been there for 17 years, and I go to church with James. And then Paul, he's been in there 4 or 5 years, and he's a buddy of mine that, again, I go to church with him.
Yeah, that's why you're giving him such a good deal on rent, huh?
Yeah, I got these things priced at James. He's been there so long, he ain't paying but $400 a month.
I know. I saw that in the notes. I couldn't believe that you were charging that. That's real low.
Well, that's I mean, it's a $650 to $800 rental in that area.
Okay.
If you fix it up, go in there, maybe put some new countertops in, some new floor covering in the kitchen, and just paint it and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
but,
you owe 60. You said it got appraised for 160. I mean, I think I saw in the notes you want that's what you want is 160, right? Like, just bottom line.
Yeah, and bottom line is, if I could get 160 out of it, I'll take it. I mean, I know the market's good right now. If I take 160, I certainly would entertain the thought of selling it. And I hate to do that when all my boys in the rig. One of my best friends,
your boy in the
lives in the house,
Yeah, and I'm just to be straightforward with you, like, 160 is like retail, like that's probably what it would list for. Just by the way, the market I'm not trying to doomsday you or anything, but it is shifting a little bit.
I know the market's going down. I understand that.
So
that's why I said, I'll sell it for 160. You don't know how many damn phone calls I get, and I mean, I guess I get inundated with phone calls. People want to buy my property, and I'm like, no, I don't want to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And so I talked to the one guy. I felt like talking to him, and I said, yeah, I'll sell it. You give me $160,000 for it, and you can have it.
Well, so let me ask you this: I need to
run, and that's my bottom line. You can talk all day long, but if you don't want to pay 160, I don't want to sell it.
But look, this is something that I need to do a little bit more research on and see if we can.
Yeah, that's right. Sense. That's right.
But I mean,
I'll talk to my bank and ask him about that too, because I got a pretty good relationship with the banker.
Talk to the banker, because this is a way you can make more money and not have to hassle with having a rental anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's that's how we could probably get this done, because a 160 cash offer, it's just not going to get it done. Like most people would probably want this property cash in the range. I mean, you got it. What did you get it for? You bought it for 60, so around that.
Said I bought it for 70, but now you got to understand, I bought it from my wife.
All right, man. Well, I understand where you're coming from, and there's no
Yeah.
harm, no foul. I mean, I appreciate it. It was a good conversation we
That's
had.
right. Yeah. All right, man. Thanks.
Hey, Vincent, you have a great one.
You too.
Yep. Later.
Well, again, I think we know that you were diving in deeper with this guy when you wouldn't have done that on your own. But I think for everyone listening, if there's anyone, the few people that have stuck around, I think when you talk about the needs, right? You had a moment at the end where he's like, "Oh, like I would do this with the money." You could have dived in and asked him, but at the end of the day, he's right, and we know that he's not interested in selling it. So
he's got boys in it.
He's got his boys in it. They go to church on Sunday. So this is not, there's no problem. There's no pain for him. So there's really no solution to give someone that has no pain or no problem. He doesn't have a timeline problem. He doesn't have money problems that you're aware of, right? Because maybe he does, but we don't know. At the end of the day, there's no indication that this is a good op. This is a lead. This goes back to a lead. This guy's a lead. He's not really an opportunity.
So what's the last thing to do in a situation like this? The last thing would be to make an offer.
Yeah. So it would go really quickly. Yeah. And you did the right thing. You pivoted, went to creative, right? And I think you would make this guy. Yeah, you would make this guy a creative offer, right? One that's a no-brainer for you. $2,000, $2,500 down. I'll give you 160.
And this guy's like, I want 100K equity, bro. Like, why would I do that? So what we do is we send a letter of intent that says like our offers, and then we put them in a drip and we follow up with them in the CRM. So guys, if you do this every day and you have leads managers sending you deals, this is what's going to happen a lot. And you just got to be able to go through these. Not everything is teed up. Not everyone is crying on the phone saying, hey, if I can't sell this, I'm in trouble. Like, yeah, like that's the holy grail. That's what you're looking for. You're looking to help those people. But, you gotta be able to work with these guys.
Go through these guys to get
go through these guys.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. I talked about Batch and he's like, oh yeah, I know about Batch. You pull all the data, and that was funny.
I think he was just saying, yeah, like I know about all of them stuff so y'all children's know about.
What if I sent him my link and he signed up and I get that affiliate?
Hey, I mean,
BatchLeads.
I heard you pitch it, so good job,
brother. I tried to pitch it. So anyway, guys, for any that stuck around, I hope me breaking down how I use Batch and like on a live call to analyze the deal, like it was pretty dang simple. I just went to Batch and looked at, if a seller's, in my opinion, if a seller's wanting like pretty close to the estimated value and it needs a new roof and a ton of work and it's under rented, it's like, it's definitely not worth this. And then you can go in further and dive in deeper, but this one's a funky one too, because it's got two houses. Most investors aren't just going to buy this as a flip and know, okay, what actually the retail value. Someone's going to buy this as a cash flowing asset.
An income generating property. There are no comps for this. This is what does it make for you as a return. Nobody's moving to this property to live in with their family. So I mean, you could house hack it, right? But
now, do I personally want a rental in this area? Where is this?
Where you can get $650.
Columbia, South Carolina. I mean, I think this would be good, even at 160. We actually got to end this call, and honestly, I want to reach out to one of our investors in the Columbia and just ask him if he knows this area and be like, hey, would you pay, with this return? And that's what I would do. You make relationships with buyers. You're the you're a mediator, whatever.
The mediator.
And unless you're gonna buy it, and that's what we do. We buy it, we flip it, or we keep it if we think it's worth it. But we've been wholesaling for the last 4 years, so it's hard to break that mentality of be like, let me get that quick buck. But this would probably be a good idea if I wanted a rental in that area. So anyway, guys, again, this call is brought to you by BatchLeads. If you sign up using our link, you get 7 days of 7 day free trial.
7-day free trial, 5,000 free records. Okay, for you to go out there, skip trace, and get on the mother friggin' phone. So
Yeah,
let's
guys,
get
and
it
it's cool to use Batch. Like you're on the phone, you're talking to someone, just look up what their house is worth, and it's that simple. If they're asking you for what the estimated value is, and if it's a non-disclosure state, it's kind of more difficult to comp using Zillow, Batch, any because the data is messed up. But you can still use it. And if you look, I look at sold data, not sold, selling, just to kind of get an idea of what's on the market, and I kind of go a little less than that. But anyway, guys, one last thing I want to leave everybody with is if you want to get deals in this business, you have to take consistent action. Things that we've struggled with in our business and in our lives is being consistent, like my own life, and I'm sure everybody's life. But if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you have to be consistent. And we have all the tools, and we can help you if you reach out to us. That's all I'm saying. Like that, we specialize in helping people with acquisitions and lead gen, and that's what we do in our business. So we're practicing what we preach. So all right, Sean, well, I think that's pretty much it, man. I think we want to wrap it up now, huh?
Let's wrap it up, put a bow on it. Great job. Follow up with that guy, dude. Say, hey, I got 160. I bet he doesn't take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call probably one of the investors we know, Jordan, from that investor there. Just be like, what do you think, brother? All right, talk to you later.
He likes, it's a good idea. All right, see you guys.
Let's end that call. See you guys later.